Hello and welcome back to the African Allure Outdoors. Folks, I'm sorry this week's video is late. I have a wildlife translocation business in addition to my hunting business and my guiding business and all that. And it's been a while since we've been able to work. This last weekend I was very fortunate to be able to have some wonderful work. I took a load of sables down to the Western Cape. Spent an awesome weekend in a beautiful lodge down there. Managed to get some rest on Sunday because I had a 36-hour day on Friday behind the wheel alone, so it keeps us out of mischief. And then yesterday morning we packed up some springbok and I brought them back to Limpopo. So I've been out and about and keeping out of mischief. But saying that, it hasn't given me a chance to make a video. So this one's going to be a bit of a short video. But I want to show you how and what I do with bush pig meat. One of the recipes that I use. So tonight we're going to be barbecuing or braaiing, as we call it here in South Africa, some bush pig chops. So I'm going to connect in the video now and we're just going to go through my preparation work. What I like to do is I like to leave venison. And when I say venison, that's all wild game. I like to leave it in the fridge for 3 to 4 weeks. It's just a curing process or a maturing process. It just makes the meat that much softer and that much more enjoyable. So this stuff's been in the fridge for quite some time. And just follow us through the video. If you'd like to see more recipes on venison, please leave us a comment down below. Remember to like and subscribe. Hit that bell button. I'd love to hear from you guys. And stay tuned. Enjoy the video. So folks, here we've got some bush pig cutlets. You can see that it looks very similar to lamb. It is a red meat. Of course, you can see the nice thick layers of fat. So what I've done is I've taken a glass bowl and I've put some good old-fashioned virgin olive oil in the bottom. And then I've taken some spice, almonds, rosemary and olive. And what I've done is I've just put olive oil in the bottom of the pan. And I've just added the almonds, rosemary and olive. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to add to that a fairly copious amount of olive oil. And then we're going to add some more of this spice. We're going to dress it up quite nicely. You add olive oil to meat, it pulls it in and it actually softens the meat, it moistens it. Now these are lemons that are freshly picked out of my garden, or out of the farm's garden at least here. These are quite bitter, so all we're going to do is we're just going to add a lot of lemon to these. Very similar to cooking lamb in many respects, but you do need to give time for the oil to absorb. And one of the reasons for that is, like any good things, oil and water don't mix. So if you put the lemon on directly after you put the oil on, it just simply runs off. And then what we're going to do with these is we're going to bang them back in the fridge. It is now 3 p.m. in the afternoon. It's Tuesday afternoon. I've just got back from a 3,000k trip. So I'm going to put these back in the fridge and we're going to let these babies soak this up a bit, and then hopefully tonight I'm going to show you what a proper bushveld fire looks like, and then we'll show you how they turn out. But it's already looking pretty tasty. These lemons are super sharp, so it should be pretty cool. built a beautiful fire, put the GoPro on a time lapse, so there should be a bit of time lapse footage. What I've done is I've just cleaned the grid with an onion. There's a raw onion that I've cut in half, and I've just cleaned the grid. What it does is it gets rid of all those carcinogenics. My mother's always giving me these big lectures about carcinogenic and how bad braai is for you, but we love it. And we're about to put this bush pig onto the fire. One thing that is quite important to remember is that, as in with any pork products, you want to cook it through. And the reason you want to cook it through is pigs are very prone to tapeworm, and they are carriers, amongst other things, of the tapeworm eggs themselves. And what it can do is, if it gets into your bloodstream, is it can end up in your organs, and it can actually manifest in places like your brain or in other vital organs. So just be sure whatever you cook through. My hands are a little bit black, but it's just from rubbing that onion on that grid. And the stuff looks quite yummies. Look at how beautiful those chops look there. We are cheating a bit tonight because I have little kids. So we also have pork belly, honey glazed pork belly strips. It's also another South African favorite, especially amongst the kiddies. But these are really quick to cook and they like it. So please stay tuned. Thanks for watching this. The one thing that I may want to add is that with the Bushpig Chops is that I did add some fresh rosemary to the top of it, although I did put rosemary spice in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook them with the fluid side where they're lying. Basically where they're lying in the sauce, I'm going to cook them as they are now. So the moist side is going to be down on the hot fire, and when I start seeing the blood come through on the top of the chops, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn them over, and then the sauce, the remaining sauce that's left in here, obviously there's a bit of spice and lemon juice in that, then I'm going to pour it on the bottom side again. It's just a way of ensuring that the meat or it stays moist, basically, blah blah blah. Yeah, that it stays moist. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the pork rashers into the grid that closes, that we can turn them easy. And when they're going a little bit, then I'm going to whip these bad boys on. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe down below, and I'll put up a picture of the finished product. Okay, so due to the fattiness of bush pig, you might get a little bit of smoke coming off when you put it on a hot fire. So nothing to be concerned about, just keep turning it. Key ingredient.